Okay, I do have this very old, 6 or 7 year old Panasonic DAF book here. The CF31 is the model. And I want to see today how slow this thing is in the moment. And then if it changes anything when I put in an SSD drive. I got here one from Inland that's like $34, I think, in the moment on sale. Very cheap SSD. I'm going to put this in here and then see if that changes anything for the speed. And I'm also going to show you how to replace the hard drive in this. We'll see how difficult or easy this is. So I have an SD card inserted with 256 gigabyte. I want like an SD card in the SD card slot, and right now I'm copying my data, the stuff what I use or need, onto my SD card so that I can later put it back on my hard drive on the SSD card here. Now, in here I have a 500 gigabyte hard drive, but I decided to just do the 240 gigabyte SSD because I don't need so much data on this. And that will be the first step, will be to put that back in and go with this. We do have here on the screen a tool. In here at programs, there is a thing in here that is called Panasonic. Where is it in here? Here, Panasonic. And in there is a recovery disk creation utility. Recovery disk creation utility. You want to run that to create recovery disk for your Windows on your computer if you want to use the same thing on there. I did this already. I do not have an internal CD drive in this computer. I needed to use an external one. And I did this already. In my case, I do have here 3 discs, 3 DVDs. That's what I needed to copy the Windows. This one runs Windows 7. It's old, right? And so we want to put the Windows 7 on this one here and then run this. And then we want to see how fast it is. Now, okay, so my first step will be to run a speed test on this hard drive in here. And that is our next step. We wait for this to finish the copy. And right after that, we try the hard drive speed to compare it to before and after. Let's see how we check out the speed. ARIA system test. That's the software we use. We see already it takes a minute to start the software. And we are going as a target disk here, my C drive. Here, the C drive. And we're going to run megabyte per second to see how that is going to be. That is the write speed on that side. And then in a minute, we're going to see the read speed on the other side. .48 and 56. And now we are going to change the hard drive. We are going to run our recovery disks on it. And then once that happened, then we are going to do the same test to see how fast that drive is in here and how fast it boots up. We are trying to see how fast does it start up. There we have the login. And I would say Windows is ready when the circle of death stops. Make the noise. Okay. So before we remove the hard drive, we have to make sure that the laptop is shut down. You can see this here on the green light that is off. The charger is disconnected. And then we have to have the lid open. And when we do that, we can put this lever to the left, this one up, open this thing, and on this little latch we can pull the hard drive enclosure out. There it is. And on this one I show you how to open it up, how to get the hard drive out, and how to put the SSD in. So let's put this to the side. Then we have a little more space. Put it here on the side like this. And then we have here our hard drive. And here our solid state drive we want to plug in and replace. You have to be very careful with this plastic piece here, because that on its own already costs you a lot of dollars. It's like $50 or more. So I do have here a bunch of removal tools where I can show this. And we have there where we have this flap on the side, that's where we start opening. So I go here with my little blade in here and lift this up on this side a little bit here. And I do the same on this side. Go in here with my blade. And then in here we go. Pry this open. Yeah, there we go. It's a little more difficult if you want to show this here. Okay, now we can go in here to lift this open here on the side too. Here. There it goes. And then here on this side. There. There we have to be a little more careful because of the wires in there. There we go. We can take this open. Lift this up here. Now, inside here. There we go. That is not put in right. So whoever was on here before did not put this together good. But okay, let's see here. Alright, we have to lift this open carefully and push the drive a little forward. There's a flat band cable here. We have to be very careful that we don't break this, and we need to remove the plug down here. There, like this. There's another small cable here for the heater. So we want to also unplug this. Careful. Pull this little plug out. There. So now we have this separated. And I see this is like put together wrong, I can tell you that. We have to put it back together right if we want to fix this later, you know. Oh, maybe it's right. This is right on here. Oh, here's where it closes. Oh, it was right. Huh. Okay, so here's the hard drive with the heater in there. This is already off. There's a tape on here that has to be removed. And then we can take here the heater off. And on the hard drive is this sticker for heat transfer. Get this off carefully. So this transfers the heat from the hard drive to the outside. And so on the hard drive, the heat here goes onto here, and then the fan can cool it. Okay, now we are going to unwrap here the SSD drive. Just Very easy, looks like this. 30 or some dollars, I think it is. You know. And basically we can put this back together the same way the other one came apart here. But go like this. I don't know if this drive gets hot, the SSD. I'm not sure. What you want to make sure is that this is flat on here, so that it is capable of transferring the heat. This probably only works when it has good contact. You know? But it was only glued here in this strip here. It's weird. Alright, now this is the heater. It has a 115 degree fuse. Interesting. Very interesting, right? Now, this will be a little so it's a little thinner here. Oh. Okay, so we have to bend this a little. To modify this plastic a little bit. See that? But it bends right. Okay, let's see. Like this. Yeah, that's good. And then like this. I am not so sure. I think my tape is not so good anymore. Alright, so here I do have the SSD now, and I taped the heating pad to it. Okay, now we have to put it back together here first in this foam piece. You have to be careful with the heating wire. Go through here like this. Plug this in all the way. This will go like that here. Like this. Yeah. And then here we have to connect to this flat band cable here. We can push this out for a moment and plug this in here. I don't know where is the best solution for this. Have to do this a little careful. Make sure that it connects good. Now, here we can't forget the heater connection here. It goes there. This piece goes in here like this. It goes into this foam thing good. Push it down a lot. Here, so like this. Right? Even though this SSD is shock resistant anyway, so it doesn't really need to be in here. It doesn't need to be dampened or anything because it's shockproof to begin with. So when we have this in here, then we can put our lid back on. This piece first here to protect this wire there, like this. And then here, just push this in until those little tabs come in here like this. Okay, and then we are ready. this can go back into the laptop. Let me push everything over here. Get the laptop out. Need to open the lid. Plug this hard drive in. Close this lid down and then here. So this lid goes like this. In here, down, and then lock it. Okay, so now we are ready to boot this up. And after boot up, we have to connect the external CD drive, and then we have to insert those discs, the recovery disk, and then we play the with the recovery disk we put Windows backup. Okay, so needless to say that I did this already, and when we come back, we're gonna check how fast this thing boots now, and we do a quick test. All right. So let's do this. Yeah. Okay. So we started up here. Focus on the screen there and see how long it takes to boot up. We do not have a hard drive noise now, since there is no more hard drive in this computer. Let's see if we can see this. We can. I enter my password. And there we are, ready. So this did not take very long. I am going to immediately here all programs system test. Let's load this up. So we see this loads up a little faster already, and then we can see here the C drive. We're going to start here and see how long this writes and reads. So there we see it, 247, 258. That is our new speed. Here's our system report. Now it's super fast. And yeah, I hope you liked this. And I see you in the next video.